defense section, like in the military section.
Okay.
Yes. Are we allowed to work there because there are like ethical problems? But it's like a general question.
You have another question?
Sorry, Sheikh, did you understand? Did you hear me?
Yes, I understood your question. Working for the defense ministry or the army of a non-Muslim country, right?
Like as an engineer, yeah.
طيب.
Yes, developing like new technology.
Okay. First of all, when Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam was asked about who is perceived as a shaheed, somebody who's fighting for a salary, somebody who's fighting or enrolled in the army for name and fame, or somebody who's fighting for the sake of Allah. I said only the person who was fighting for the sake of Allah is a shaheed. Anything else is not a shaheed. Rather, his death is a ruin to his life. Living in a non-Muslim society, we spoke about it so many times, and we said a Muslim who's able to practice his ibadat and raise his kids as Muslim family and doesn't have any other alternative. Saudi Arabia didn't give him residency. Egypt didn't say you're welcome to study and live here. Doesn't have a job to support him in any other country. It's halal to live there and raise your kids and give da'wah. But enrolling in any military operation, either fighting against other people who are non-Muslims, or fighting against Muslims. Obviously, fighting against Muslims, that is perceived as disbelief, not just haram. Fighting against Muslims, this is disbelief. So you wear those, stars, and you fight against Muslims. You enroll in a non-Muslim army to fight against Muslims. That takes you out of the fold of Islam. Secondly, fighting along with them against other enemies. If Muslims have treaties with this country and it is worthy of an aggression of another country that is fighting against them to occupy or them, that is permissible. That is permissible. So in order to decide or determine whether my job is halal or haram in this part, then you have to keep in mind what the Prophet ﷺ said: only fighting for the sake of Allah and dying for his sake is considered shahada, martyrdom. Other than that, it is not shahada. I hope my answer is clear. Barakallahu fikum. In the recent or in the past years, we have seen some Muslims proud to be pilots in non-Muslim armies bombarding Iraq, killing innocent people, bombarding Muslims in Muslim countries. There is no excuse for that. Even if I happen to end up selling items in the flea market, but not to work with non-Muslims against Muslims or fighting and bombarding Muslim countries, this is not permissible whatsoever. Barakallahu fikum. Assalamu alaikum.